One thing I'll say about women that's fantastic, one of the best things women are one of the things women are best at is they're a fantastic mirror. Women are a reflection. If you have any weakness inside of you, or if you have any downfalls as a person, a woman's going to show you who they are. If you're too emotional, if you're too easy to get angry, she'll teach you that. She'll teach you that you can get angry too fast. Piss her off. If your dick's small, she'll tell you. She'll tell you exactly what is wrong with you when she is mad. She'll sit there and say, you got a short leg and your haircut's shit. Get a new haircut. I hate your ugly ass. They'll tell you exactly what is wrong with you. When you look at your bad or your previous relationships with women that went wrong, you can sit there and go, okay, this all went wrong. What has she taught me? She taught me that I'm emotionally affectable. She taught me that if she ignores me, she gets more attention than if she's nice to me. She taught me, you have to sit there and analyze all the lessons and you have to implement them. It's the same with absolutely everything. But women are a fantastic mirror. A lot of these guys who resort to that are men who don't have the self-reflection to sit and say, okay, why did this happen? As a man, you have to be accountable for absolutely everything. Every single thing that happens is your fault. I didn't go to jail because of Romania. When I was in jail, it was my fault. Even though I don't believe it was just, even though I do not believe it was fair, even though I know I am innocent, it is my fault. Because I didn't have to become so influential. I did it. But it's also my fault when I'm on the jet and living my perfect life. I did that. I did the good, I did the bad. You made her leave you. You did. Whether you like it or not, you are the reason she became so cold. You are the reason she doesn't listen anymore. You are the reason she's so arrogant all 100%. Of a sudden. You are. You may not have identified why yet, but if you identify why, then you get into your next relationship healed and understanding what you did wrong and learn from it. That's what you have to do. But most of these men don't want the self-accountability.
I love that.
And they want to blame the women.
Yep.
You have to blame yourself. I know exactly now how to keep a woman happy. So I ain't got nothing to worry about. I've learned my lessons. I know exactly how to keep a woman happy. I know when to set a boundary, when to be nice. I know exactly what to do because I've self-analyzed. A lot of these red pill guys, they want to do exactly like you said, just run around and just bang chicks because they've never looked in the mirror and go, why do these chicks not want to just love me? Why am I a fuck up? You're not perfect. God is perfect. Nobody is perfect. You had to analyze yourself. If you fix those problems, I'll give you an example. Even when I first started getting rich, I never worried about gold diggers because I can't be gold dug. But I was always a bit like weird about if a woman wants something expensive, that I was always a bit like, not because I'm tight, but just like, oh, we haven't been together that long. Why does she want such an expensive bag? Da, da, da. And over time I learned they don't want the expensive bag because it's an expensive bag. It's because my life is now so expensive and so grand. When I'm doing hyper expensive things, if I buy a $5 million car, I look like a dummy if I won't buy a $500 bag. I look frugal, and frugality is a form of fear, and it looks fearful. I could say no to a $500 bag when I had no money to the exact same girl, but when you have a certain amount of money, it's not that they're gold digging you, it's just that to you it's nothing, and there's a degree of gesture to it. And I also learned over time that, you know, the best way to get new beautiful women is for them to see your ex and how well she was treated. They love that shit. They love it. When they see all your ex, because women will do that. Women stalk me. When I had Instagram, they'd stalk me. And they'd see the lifestyle my girl lived. And as soon as I was single, they were like, hey, woo, they want to turn. So I was like, you know, I actually get a larger ROI just being Mr. Nice. Cool. It's also helped me in my current situation. I've never been mean to anybody. Police call him, no, he was nice to me, bye. There's a lot you learn, but you have to self-reflect and learn and pay attention to the mirror. These men who are afraid of commitment are not blaming themselves like they should. Because I actually truly believe, and this is never going to make the misogynistic supercut of the BBC, I actually truly believe that women in their hearts, unless they're completely corrupted by society, women just want to love and be loved and feel safe. That's what they want. They want a man that they can look at and they truly know he makes the decisions and I trust him to make the decisions and I love him for that and I respect him for that. That's what they truly want. When a woman starts turning on you, it's usually because she doesn't trust you for some reason. She doesn't trust your judgment. And that's not always cheating. It can be other things. Doesn't trust your judgment as a whole, right? If she starts to doubt your judgment, how can she truly love you? You're the protector. You're the provider. So if a woman's gone cold on you, you have to sit there and go, okay, she doesn't trust my judgment.
Feedback.
She doesn't trust my judgment.
Yep.
What have I done that made her doubt me? Did I get my 6th booster injection like a dummy? No wonder she doesn't want dick. Because I keep injecting myself with poison because I'm an idiot. It's not her fault. It's your fault. Every single time a woman leaves you as a man, it is your fault. Always. Even if a richer, more successful, more alpha man stole her from you, it's still your fault because you need to be like him. It's always 100% your fault. These men don't take accountability. It's 100% their fault.
I got one last topic, unless if you got a follow-up.
No, keep going.
Okay, so last topic here. Phenomenal way to finish that up, because I think sometimes the messaging from that community is, no, it's just everybody's this versus no, you got to take some accountability.
Sorry, before you go on,
Yeah.
but that's a fantastic point, because people say to me, can you turn a hoe into a housewife? And I say, listen, I wouldn't want to, but I bet I fucking could. Bring a woman in alive who's going to cheat on me. With who? With who? With who? Fucking, who's she going to cheat on me with? Fucking the guy in Starbucks? Mr. KFC? No. She's with the top G. She's got all the clout. She's with the boss. She's in the 5-star in the Italian Alps. She's on the Gulf Stream. She's in the Bugatti. Everyone's jealous of her. Who the fuck is she going to cheat with? Nobody. There's not a girl alive I couldn't get loyalty from. Now, would I ever want to do it? Probably not. I like the idea of exclusivity. But once you get to a certain level, yeah. If you're that guy, you're that guy.
Let me ask you a question. There's somebody that's single right now. You think you can turn her into being exclusive to you? Her name is Kim Kardashian. how about I mean, she's watching. You know?
I wouldn't do that to Yeezy. I wouldn't do it to her. Wouldn't do it to her.
Okay.
I'm
He's
sorry.
married now.
No, but you know what? This is actually another.
But by the way, I love what you just said right now.
But I wouldn't.
I love what you just said right now. We were having a conversation the other day about the relationship with men, how it's supposed to be the men relationship. Just the fact, like I had a friend of mine, her ex, dropped it gorgeous. Like when I tell you dropped it, I mean dropped it gorgeous. And everybody loved her. And I could look at her and say, you're dying. Her and her boyfriend broke up. 3 years they were together. I get out, all she wants to do is talk to me. We're hanging out, hey, how about this, how about that? I said, listen, there's no way you and I could ever be together. No way. Because you dated the guy that was my best friend. I like you a lot, you're beautiful, you're gonna find somebody, it's just not gonna be you.
100%.
And she went a different direction. But that right there is the values that must be taught.
100%.
Because I think the same way we have to teach the values of what it is to be running mates. Men, hey man, if you're in my circle, that's the expectation. But it's the same way that you have to also, lead your women to say, if this is going to be a relationship, here's the standard as well.
100%. And you know what? Maybe I'm getting a little bit sentimental in my old age.
Here we go.
But I am. Let's say I meet a girl, right? And she's 23, 24. And she's been with a guy for 6 or 7 years, and he loves her with all his heart. And she's talking to me. Part of me feels bad. I'm like, this is just like shooting fish in a barrel. This isn't even fair. This guy's going to be heartbroken, man. He's going to be devastated when he realizes she's with me. It's gonna hurt him, because he's gonna know there is no chance at all. No matter what he types in that text, it's done. And I actually feel bad. And I'll say to chicks, you know what? If you break up with him properly, leave it a while. I'm getting to that point now where I'll be like, not while you're still kind of talking to him, no. I feel bad. It's too easy. I feel bad. So when I say I wouldn't do it to Kanye, I actually mean that. Pussy is not worth me, her. I don't even know him. But just like he loved her a lot, I'd feel bad. I just couldn't do it. I just wouldn't do it. I can't.
Showing the soft side, Tate.
I just wouldn't do it. But it's also an interesting point you say about friends. That's super interesting. I could leave any of my girls with my friends for 20 years in a jail cell, and they would never touch her. I know it. I know it. And I do believe that birds of a feather flock together. And when I've had a lot of guys email me as well, and they say, hey man, my friend slept with my girlfriend. I don't know what to do about it. And I will say, that's because you're a bitch. You're a bitch. And I'll tell you why you're a bitch, because you're rolling with bitches, which means you must be one. Because I'll tell you what, none of my friends, nobody on my team would ever do that to me. Ever. If me and my girl split up, she is gone, she is done. They would never touch her in a million years, because that's the quality of man I roll with, because that's the quality of man I am. You become a better man, you'll get better friends, and this shit won't happen to you. If your own friends are snaking you for pussy, you're probably the kind of guy who snakes your own friends for pussy. So I blame you. It's your fault.
I saw a clip the other day. You know who Shannon Sharp is? Shannon Sharp. I saw a clip from Shannon Sharp the other day. He said he found the love of his life. She was married. He paid for her to get a divorce from him because he knew that was his. That's such a weird angle. I don't know if you heard what I just said.
Yep.
So you're married. Oh, you're mine. I'm going to pay you to go divorce your guy to be with me. What do you think is going to happen later on to you when another opportunity arises? But again, social media is so open with influence that a boy or a man at the wrong time can see a message like that, thinking That's what it is to be a man. And as a person that's got a lot of influence, some of these things need to be unpacked.